the start of day 12. As you can see, September 12th. And I have a special surprise for everybody today, so we're gonna go learn a little bit from an expert. So let's go. We here, motherfuckers.
What's good? Dude, I just showed up.
Perfect timing.
How we doing? Glad to have you here. We're about to get into some stuff today. Get ready.
Let's go. All right. So, maybe first just tell people what you do and your Instagram and everything like that.
All right. So, my name is Angelo. I am a personal trainer. Went to school, got a Bachelor of Science in Culinary Nutrition. So, my first 2 years, I focused on culinary arts primarily. And then the last 2 years was science-based, a lot of how food interacts in the body. But then we also applied it in the kitchen where we did things like athletic performance cuisine and healthy desserts. So it was nice to be able to play with, the concept of just substitutions, simply taking things out and putting things in, how much of an impact it can make in a recipe. So I'm excited to share that with you guys today.
First question that I have today is it possible to eat healthy on a budget?
So eating healthy on a budget can definitely be difficult. So the thing you want to look for is just sale items. When you go to the grocery store, shopping, whatever, look for the things that are on sale and then think about dishes that you like and try to make a connection right there on the spot. Oh, there's chicken for sale. Well, I know I like that with this on the side. So just go in there with an open mind and pick and find the best deals and be creative from there, because it doesn't cost you any money to, be creative.
What are the essentials of healthy eating?
So the essentials of healthy eating, I'll sum it up to 3 things. It's going to be portion control. You want to make sure you're not overeating or eating too little. If you feel full during your meal, you don't have to finish it. People say, oh, don't waste food, blah, 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 all this. Yeah, you don't have to waste it. Just put it back in the fridge, and then you can have it later. Second, I would say, is just being consistent. Making sure that you have, just like you have a sleep schedule, you kind of want to have some type of an eating schedule so your body can just operate properly. That means always having a little something for breakfast. Don't skip your lunches, and definitely don't skip your dinner. If you feel pressed for time because of work or whatever it is, that happens with a lot of people, just try to keep a snack on you at all times, just so you're consistently giving the body the nutrients that it needs. And then lastly, just having an open mind. There's a lot of food out there that people have never tried, let alone heard of. So if you have an open mind and you're willing to, step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to food, which can be daunting for some people, but it could pay off. You could find a new dish that you never thought you would like, and all of a sudden it's one of your favorites. And with the amount of variety out there, there could be an abundance.
Do you have any tips for people who are meal prepping, how to do it better?
So I think that probably going through the process of meal prepping is going to be the biggest challenge for most people, just because it's a lot going on at once, right? So when I was in school, one thing that they would always say to us is mise en place. And pretty much all that means is get everything in its place before you actually start cooking. So if you have vegetables that need to be cut, anything that needs to be boiled, say before you saute it, you want to do all of that before you get into the action of cooking and prepping your meals. Have your Tupperware out, have a clean sink, and then have all your seasonings readily available. So that way, as you're cooking, you can just put those dishes in the sink, keep it out of the way, cooking clean. It just reduces the stress and makes the whole process a lot easier.
What's one essential thing, whether it be an ingredient or a cooking utensil, that someone can purchase to up their cooking game?
All right. So for ingredient, I'll make it ingredients. Salt, pepper, and vegetable oil. That's just your basis. I know it seems pretty simple, but there could be people that don't have that there. You might have salt or pepper, but you want to have both, and definitely the veg oil. And the reason I say veg oil and not olive oil is veg is just more versatile. It doesn't have as pungent of a flavor as the olive oil does. And it's also got a higher smoking point, so it's just got more cooking utility than olive oil does. It's a utensil to grab and keep in your kitchen. It's either going to be a thermometer, especially if you're new to cooking and you're not sure, if your chicken's done, if your steak's done, whatever you're cooking. A thermometer and tongs. Tongs are just easy. Pick stuff up and flip it around.
There's a lot of talk about different diets, whether it be a carnivore, vegan, intermittent fasting is a big one, the keto diet. Do you think that those are necessary to eat healthy? And if you like any of them, which one would you choose?
This is part of the nutrition industry, if you will, that I am hugely against. In terms of a lifestyle, dieting is not a lifestyle. So you might do it for, a couple months because you want to lose weight for an event, whatever it is. I'm not saying all dieting is bad. It's just mainly driven by, marketing. Now, if I were to say I was going to do one personally, it would be intermittent fasting, but that's just because we already fast and we just don't know about it. If you don't eat, after 8 o'clock, you go to bed, wake up at 6 to 8 in the morning, that's a 10 to 12 hour fast, and you don't think of it as that because you just think of it as sleep, but that whole time your body's already not eating. So some people extend it out to 16 hours maybe, I think, which is fine if that works for you. Everybody's body's different, but depriving yourself of carbohydrates to go into ketosis, it's just not the proper way your body is supposed to function. It's not the optimal energy source. So at the end of the day, you're doing yourself more of a disservice than actually, taking care of yourself.
We were having a talk off camera earlier about how I really like greasy fried foods and delicious, easy, high calorie fast foods. So with switching over to healthy eating, is there a way that you can make it not suck?
Yeah, there's definitely a way to make it not suck. And the easiest way to do that is just think about some flavor profiles you like, right? Say you like, General Tso's chicken from Chinese food, or you like some type of burrito that's Mexican. Figure that out first. That's the first thing you do. And then look up a recipe. Everybody has, or almost everybody has access to the internet. So if you go on there, find a recipe that's appealing to you. All you have to do is make a couple of substitutions, and it can greatly impact, the nutrient density of the meal. If it's a bunch of cheese and, high-fat ground beef, you can switch those things out for something that you enjoy more. A reduced fat cheese could be that simple, and chicken. and you cut the fats out of that by an enormous amount, which in turn is going to reduce the calories by a lot. Just because, little quick knowledge, there's 9 calories in a gram of fat and then 4 calories in a gram of carbs and protein. So if you have a high fat meal, it's going to be very packed with calories. So if you're looking to cut calories, that's going to be where you want to do it from.
So for people just starting to eat healthy, can you suggest any good resources to help them?
So for people that need a little bit of an introduction to, cooking, there's always YouTube and Google, which is nice because anything you think of, you can research. But apart from that, if you're someone who watches Netflix or TV, hop on the Food Network channel and see what they got going on. If you have on demand, go and watch a couple episodes of Chopped, because that might spark some creativity in you, throwing things together that you never would have thought have gone together. The judges will describe to you how it tastes, so then it gives you an idea of, oh, that sounds like something that I would like, and you can put your own twist, your own spin on it, and figure out a way to make a meal that you enjoy.
So this next one's another one that I struggle with, and I think a lot of people probably in America struggle with. We have that go, go, go lifestyle here. So what if you have little free time? What can you do to help yourself out?
So if you have limited time, the main thing you want to do is plan ahead, right? Obviously, that goes without saying pretty much in every aspect of life. If you plan ahead, you're going to be better off. Secondly, equipment. So if you're out at work all day and you can't, cook up a bunch of food on the stovetop at night, think about investing in something like a rice cooker, set it and forget it, a crock pot, maybe doing like a slow roast throughout the day. Things that you don't have to be present. That's not going to take, your current time. It's just going to take up its own time. On top of that, making marinades, throwing some chicken in a bag with some Italian dressing, and just leaving it in the day, come home from work, and you're ready to throw it on the grill. You don't have to do any prep. That's already, absorbed all that flavor. So just, like I said, planning ahead, having the right equipment is going to take you far.
So for someone just getting into healthy eating, how can you get motivated to want to eat healthy?
All right, so getting motivated to eat healthy isn't really the main issue. I think it's staying motivated to eat healthy. People will always have like that kick up of like, oh, I got to get in shape, I got to eat healthy, I got to do better. But all they think about is the end goal when they've lost weight and, XYZ. The best way to do this is start by setting some short-term goals for yourself. So that way you can feel empowered week after week once you're setting and crushing goals. Even if it's something as simple as drinking one more bottle a day, one more bottle of water a day, Monday through Friday. And then maybe it's cutting out a soda a day the following week if you're someone who drinks a lot of soda. It's just small things like that build up, creates that domino effect, and now that want is in you. You have the desire to continue to better yourself, and it's no longer this outside source you're seeking validation from. It's just something that you truly enjoy because it feels good to set and achieve goals.
Perfect. So we're also we're gonna challenge Angelo today. We're gonna take $50. We're gonna go to a grocery store and see what kind of healthy food you get and how many meals we can make out of it. So let's do it.
I'm excited.
We here. About to do this. Scouting out deals.
Yeah, that's a lot of kale. I mean, down with some kale action?
Love kale.
Only $5.
$5. 2 bags of kale.
Gotta grab some of this. Dan might have some, but just in case,
Yeah.
99 cents. $6 right now. Let's keep it rocking. Alright. Baby potatoes. Buy one, get one free. What do we got here? $3.99. BOGO. Gotta get the BOGO deals.
Red onion.
It's gonna look nice. See that? Look at that.
Not only are we getting healthy and cheap food, but we're making it look pretty too. Alright, what do we got here?
Right here, got a little cod fillet on sale. $7 a pound. Can't beat it. Just gonna go with our fish. $7.26. On sale. Let's do it.
Show you guys that's stupid cheap. $4.91 for 5 pounds of drumsticks.
So, oh wait, why are these so much cheaper? These chicken thighs are $4.
What is the difference? Peel off the skin.
Oh, it's because those have skin?
Yeah.
Making a switch.
Please. I'll peel some skin off, that ain't no thing.
Making a switch for something cheaper. $4. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, whatever this was is gone. Sesame. Sesame garlic glaze sounds so good though. But we need to find something on sale. Alright.
You want to explain your method? What you've been looking for?
Oh yeah. So pretty much what I've been looking for is just sale items with some cheap staples. So if you look in the cart right here, this was buy one get one free. This was on sale. This was on sale. And this was on sale. Only thing we paid full price for was 99 cents and 99 cents. So now, I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, we could just pick whatever one we wanted since we're saving so much money. And that could be, you know, your big bang of flavor without having to spend too much out of your pocket. Let those marinate on the chicken thighs, and we're gonna make this fish nice and light. So you'll have 2 different options to play with. Both are gonna have a side of potatoes and kale. Perfect. Perfect. $4.29 and no sodium. Guys. Helps keep you full. Alright. 4 for $3. I know, but otherwise it's 89 cents. Alright, I'll get 2. I'll do this. This is better. What do we got for cups in here? Quarter cup, 22 servings. Yeah, it's like 5 servings in here. That'll be enough for a week.
So how did you pick, like, in terms of pairing certain things together? How do you decide that?
So you want to kind of break it down to fat, protein, carbohydrate. So I started off over here. I knew I needed a vegetable for something. Picked that out. Got my carb choice, which was my potatoes. We're gonna do rice for lunch. But then after that, we moved to the meat and fish section. That's gonna be our protein. And then our fats is gonna come from the oils that we're cooking with. So, as well as some of the, you know, residual animal product on there. But we're all set now. We're well under $50 and I'm excited to get cooking. Let's go.
Mission success. Head it out. Just got back. Fucking killed it. We paid altogether. The limit was $50. We paid $41.46. Right? And that's including 8 Tupperware containers. So if you have Tupperware, that's 8 extra bucks. And I think they were $4 a pop.
Yeah.
That's eight extra dollars that you could spend on spices, seasoning, whatever the hell else you need. Like, that's an investment, right?
Bingo.
Once you make the initial investment and you buy your salt, your pepper, whatever you're gonna use for today, oil, you have it for a couple months. So, and that's $9. We could have gotten some stuff.
Yeah, garlic powder, onion powder, even garlic salt, adobo seasonings, things that are like got a lot together. So a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah. We have that here. We're just gonna steal my buddy Dan's. All right, like I said, 41 and change, and that's get the garlic there. That's including 2 packets of these, which is 8 containers. If you didn't need those, you could spend it on spices, or we just did like lunch and dinner. You could also have gotten some breakfast stuff and some snacks in between, but this is just what we did for now. And then the other thing, it's chicken in the fish. So we got ourselves a master chef here. We ready. All right, so explain to us what you did.
All right, so for our lunch meal, we threw some rice, brown rice, in this here rice cooker. Very simple. You just go ahead, turn it on, hit brown rice. It'll do its thing, tell you how much time is left. So that you can throw in some Tupperware. With this over here, we started off with some chicken thighs. Just coated them in some oil and adobo seasoning right here. And then we took some red onion, garlic, and mushrooms, and we sauteed all that in a pan, and then we added the chicken back in, bring all those flavors together. Right over here we have our fish option. So just took the fish, cut it in half, a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, basil leaves, sliced onions, sliced lemon, a little bit of lemon juice, and crushed garlic on top. And then I covered this with tin foil and just made some small slits in the top just to kind of give it that steaming effect, so all the aromatics from the lemon, garlic, and onion will kind of stay right there inside of that fish. So the only thing we have left to do is eat some of this, and then once this is clean, I'm going to saute up some kale, because I have these potatoes over here that we halved and roasted. You want make sure you want to lay them down on their face, if you will, when you cut them, just so it gives a little bit of a crisp. You can see that right there. And that's going to be going with our chicken thighs, which we have going in there right now.
Ooh.
The stuff that we got.
Smells bomb.
Yeah, we got that marinade for it, like some type of teriyaki. So that's going to go with the kale and the potatoes. But for now, we're just going to grab some of that rice, some of this chicken and bean mixture, and we're going to eat up.
Hell yeah. I'm back home now. Huge shout out to Angelo. He absolutely killed it today. All the food was friggin' delicious. And all very healthy, very light. Like exactly what I wanted. So I hope you guys learned something. I know I did. I learned plenty. I learned a lot. So to kind of reiterate what we got and what we got, what Angelo made. So we had it was one of the meals was he took the chicken thighs, cut them up into pieces, and he cooked it with beans and mushrooms and garlic, and then put it over rice, and so that fed 4 people. So that's 4, and they were big meals, 4 big meals. And then the other one, he took the remaining chicken thighs and he cooked them with the teriyaki glaze that we got, and made the baked tiny potatoes. So that those are another meal together. And we also didn't cook the kale, because the kale doesn't really keep that well overnight, or over a couple of days. So I kept it fresh so that when I want to eat the meals, the kale takes a couple minutes to cook up, or I'll cook it up the night before if I'm bringing it to work. So that's another meal, the kale, the potatoes, the chicken. And then last, we had the cod. And the cod was cooked with the red onions and garlic and lemon and some herbs and some spices, and paired that also with just the same thing, the tiny potatoes and the kale when we cooked the kale. I shared that with I shared all the food with everybody because it wasn't ever meant for him to make me a bunch of meals. It was just to show everybody that you can do it. We spent $41. So I guess in total 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we had like 7 or 8 meals, and I have a lot. I have a lot of food. So I have more kale than I probably even need. I have a whole nother thing of mushrooms. I have a whole nother thing of potatoes. A half or more of a red onion, and 3/4 of a lemon. Like, I have a lot of stuff. So if I bought one more package of that, so I was at $41. If I bought one more package of that chicken, and they were all around $4 for that package of chicken, I could have just made more of the teriyaki, or Angelo could have made more of the teriyaki glazed chicken, and that would have just been another, 4 meals or so. So that's like, nearly a week right there. 8 meals, that was lunch and dinner. That's 4 days. 4 days of food, and you just have to get breakfast, grab some eggs and whatever, some yogurt or whatever. I'm fine with just a couple eggs in the morning. Plenty of calories, everything nutrient dense, everything clean, healthy. Yeah, so very impressed with Angelo's skills. Again, huge shout out to Angelo. You guys have to check out his Instagram page. It's phenomenal. He has a lot of tutorial videos, and he has a lot of fitness videos on there, and that'll be linked in the description below. So definitely check him out. Give him some love, because yeah, he killed it today. All right, night everybody.